Don't bother trying to beg me not to say anything to others, Baroness. I have kept quiet about your secret from the moment I found out. However, you should tread lightly when it comes to Alessandra in the future. Understood?
Yes, Katrina quickly replied.
You and I will be best friends when it comes to keeping Kate away from my wife, won't we? Now that we have an understanding, I will go to Alessandra's room to collect the things she left here. When I leave, you will properly inform your daughter to stay away from us. Had I known this was all it took to make you quiet, I would have mentioned your past sooner.
Edgar stood up, dusting off tiny objects that stuck to his clothes from the chair he sat in.
Alfred would pass out. He muttered, I can lead the way to Alessandra's room.
Katrina stood up from her seat. She was concerned Edgar would not honor his words and tell the entire town of her past. Unfortunately, he was not a simple person she could get rid of. She would need to team up with someone who also wanted Edgar gone.
Care for a drink, Duke? So you can poison me?
Edgar bluntly replied.
Save it for someone else. I would be foolish to try poisoning you.
Katrina frowned as Edgar walked ahead of her. There was still the bottle of poison she gave to James, and if they were to use the entire bottle now, Edgar might drop dead by the end of the night. If only the man wasn't so suspicious of others.
I'd say the shoe fits,
Edgar replied. He would have to join the Foolish Club to accept any sort of food or drink after he had just revealed one of her secrets.
I remember the way to Alessandra's room. Do you know a young girl by the name of Sally? Alessandra is requesting her presence. Sally? She is the personal maid Desmond recently gave to Alessandra. She is quite new to this kind of work, so it would be better if you let her stay with us and hire someone else to serve Alessandra,
said Katrina.
Baroness, when you tell me not to do something, it makes me want to do it even more. Tell the girl to pack her things. I will judge if she is good enough to serve my wife, and if she is not, I will send her back to you. Please hurry, Baroness. My body is starting to itch,
said Edgar. He was starting to believe he was allergic to the house.
Excuse me for a moment,
Katrina replied, turning around to tell James to bring Sally. But first, she needed to have a chat with the young girl.
Finally, it feels like I have gotten rid of a tick. What a boring house,
Edgar commented as he looked around while he walked to Alessandra's old room. The house had a lot of brown objects and no sort of color to make the house come alive.
If they sell this, they could pay off their debts. Why hold on to an expensive vase when you're drowning?
Edgar shook his head. He would never understand why everyone cared to make their houses look expensive. They were so close to only having bread and water for dinner. When would the town learn to stop living above their means? People like the Barretts loved to impress those richer than them, like Edgar. But Edgar was never one to care. He was more intrigued by how soon they would be living on the streets.
Someone tried breaking her door.
Edgar ran his finger down a crack in the middle of Alessandra's door. It had not been there the last time he paid a visit.
Smart girl,
he complimented Alessandra, as it meant she knew something was up and locked her door. He liked how Alessandra was a quick thinker. From asking him to join a marriage contract to knowing she had to lock herself inside, she tried to be one step ahead to avoid trouble in the future. If not for the marriage contract that night, she would have been sent to William. Had there not been a carriage waiting by the gates, she would have run away last night. Contrary to what anyone else thought, Alessandra was a fighter in Edgar's eyes. There were many others who sat around waiting to be rescued. Alessandra was her own hero.
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.